Welcome to the Geeky Puppet Show. My name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet Show, here today to say hello as we're about to read It's a Wonderful Life. But joining me as always, of course, is Froggy.
Hello, everybody. It's me, the comic book frog, and I'm welcoming you here all to open up your eggnogs because this will be a long night.
If you look down below, it is the trustiest of all narrators and sidekicks. It's Trusty Sidekick.
Sure, and 'tis a fine night to be on the Geeky Puppet Show.
No one has ever said in their lives. And finally, looking down there, beaming with the Christmas spirit, is that never-dying Christmas tree.
Ah, humbug.
You know, they say, every time you hear a bell ring, Maranya Tree lives that much longer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look before the tree, it's Maranya.
Sure, and good evening to y'all.
Or Merry Anya tonight.
Yes, a Merry Christmas. Sure, and it is.
Now it's time to go ahead and pull this up. We'll pull up the script for all of us to go ahead and read. We're starting from the right side, and Mr. Fillmore, which is Trusty's new name, take us away.
Wait, we're starting from the right side?
Yeah, it's the right
Yeah.
side.
Yes, we are.
Is manga?
That's right.
That's right.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, young and old, old and new. Greetings from Geeky Puppet Studios right here in the US of A. I'm your host, not Owen Wilson, and it's my pleasure to bring you your favorite stories this and every week on the Geeky Puppet Show. Tonight, we bring you a real feel-good, heart-warmer, perfect for this or any Christmas Eve. It's a Wonderful Life. We begin our story in the little town of Bedford Falls, New York, US of A, where a number of people in the town are praying for their dear friend, a typical American dreamer named George Bailey.
Dear God, please look over my husband, George. Sure, and George is a good boy. You know that. Me son is always going out of his way to give others a hand. Now it's him who needs the help. Harry.
Help my big brother, George. He's done so much for all of us. More for me than I'll remember because I'm drunk.
I remember all the times he would stay late after work and not ask a cent. The world needs more like George Bailey.
George Bailey never thinks of himself. I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it wasn't for him.
Huh, if it wasn't for him, I would have given up long ago. All I think about is myself. I must have taken the last cent he had.
He had no sense of business, that George Bailey. Just like his father. None of the Baileys were ever businessmen. It's his own fault if he wasn't prepared for times like these. At times like these, I can't help but think it's all my fault. Help him, Father. It's me who's putting him through all this.
Little Pete.
Oh, it's me.
Little Pete.
Something's the matter with Daddy.
Should we pray for him, Mommy?
Ah, yes, Suzu. Pray. Pray very hard.
Voices carry heavenward, and Joseph, the superintendent of angels, summons Clarence, an apprentice angel.
You sent for me, sir?
You're good. Let's see if this helps. Yes, Clarence. A man down on Earth needs our help.
Splendid. Is he sick?
No. No, worse, Yogi. He's discouraged. At exactly 10:45 p.m. tonight, Earth time, that man is going to be seriously thinking of throwing away God's greatest gift.
Oh dear, his life. But I only have an hour to dress. What am I now?
Up to the top we go again. You will spend that hour getting acquainted with George Bailey.
Sir, if I accomplish this mission, do I get a picnic basket? Also, I've been waiting for 200 years now for my wings. I wanted Parmesan and some barbecue.
And the people are beginning to talk, I know. What's that book you've got there?
The Adventures of Superman. Sir, I was reading it when you sent for me.
Oh, a fine book. Excellent. Well, you do a good job with George Bailey, and we'll just see about your wings.
Thank you, thank you. I'm starving, sir.
Now, if you're going to help George, you'll want to know a little something about him. Look, see the town?
Oh, well, yes. A group of young boys sliding down on a snow-covered hill onto the ice. This is amazing.
Yippee!
Who's that?
That's your problem.
Oh, shit.
George Bailey.
A boy?
That's him back when he was 12 in 1919. Something happens here that you'll have to remember later on.
And here comes the scare baby, my kid brother, Harry Bailey. I don't know why it says young George. It's supposed to be Harry.
Here's the young Harry.
I'm not scared. I'm Harry Osborn.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on, let's go, Harry Osborn. Go, Harry Osborn.
Come on, Harry
Yeah.
Osborn.
Harry Osborn rules.
Yippee! Help! Help!
Oh, dear. Harry's falling through the ice. He's a goner.
Oh, I'm coming, Harry. Make a chain, gang. A chain.
That's the sound
Work-
of the boys
Yes, working on the chain.
So his brother.
Yeah.
He fell through the ice, but George saved him.
Yes, Clarence. And ever since, George has had a bad year. All that icy water. You understand.
Bad ear. Yes, sir.
The other event came a few months later, when
Oh,
I had
boy.
the idea that I could have done this as Christopher Walken. But George took an after-school job at Old Man Gower's drugstore.
Ding.
Oh, it's me, Mr. Gower. It's George Bailey.
You're late.
Yes, sir.
Hello, George. Hello, Mary. Hello, Violet.
2 cents worth of shoelaces, Violet.
Mara was here first.
I'm still thinking.
Shoelaces?
Please, Georgie. I like him.
You like every boy.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, here you are.
Bye, Georgie. See you later, Mary.
Oh, have you made up your mind yet, Mary?
I'll take chocolate.
With coconuts?
I don't like coconuts.
You don't like coconuts? Say, brainless, don't you know where coconuts come from?
Wow.
Look at here. From Tahiti, Fiji Islands, the Coral Sea.
What's that you got there? A new magazine? I never saw it before.
Oh, well, of course you never. Only us explorers can get it. I've been nominated for membership in the National Geographic Society. Let me get your ice cream.
Huh.
Ice cream, please.
Is this the ear you can't hear on? George Bailey, I'll love you till the day I die.
Well, I'm gonna go out exploring someday. You watch. I'm gonna have me a couple of harems, maybe 3 or 4 wives. You wait and see.
He's going to have his own manga. George! George!
Oh, yes, sir.
You're not paid to be a canary.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, Georgie.
Oh, goodbye, Mary.
Clarence.
Yes. I was trying to do my line, but I was muted. Oh, well. But what was that piece of paper George picked up?
It's a telegram from Mr. Gower. He found out this morning that his son died of influenza.
Oh, that's awful.
Yes, and he spent the afternoon drowning his grief in whiskey.
Here we go.
Mr. Gower, do you want something? Anything?
No.
Anything I can do back here?
No.
Oh, I'll get him, sir. What's this bottle, Mr. Gower?
Never mind that. Take those capsules over to Mrs. Blaine's.
Yeah, yes, sir. They have the diphtheria?
Diphtheria.
Diphtheria?
Yeah,
I don't
diphtheria.
know. There, haven't they, sir? Is it a charge, sir?
Yes. Charge.
Mr. Gower, I think.
Pagoda, get going.
Yes, sir. Mr. Gower?
What is it?
Mr. Gower, that bottle you used, you put something wrong in those capsules.
Who the hell do you think you're talking to?
You're hitting my sore ear.
Did you hear what I said? Get out of here.
Mr. Gower, you don't know what you're doing. You put something wrong in those capsules. I know you're unhappy. You got that telegram and you're upset. It wasn't your fault, Mr. Gower. But look, Mr. Gower, look. This bottle. You use this bottle to make up the capsules. It's poison.
Poison?
Don't hit my sore ear again, please. Don't hit my sore ear again.
Poison? Oh, George.
All I wanted was to make sure, Mr. Gower. I won't tell anyone. I know what you're feeling. I won't tell us all. Hope to die. I won't.
Oh, George.
Did he ever tell anyone about those pills?
Not a soul.
Did he ever marry the girl? Did he ever go exploring? Get those harem?
Well, get there soon enough, Clarence. When George Bailey grew up, he wanted to go to college. But there just wasn't the money. So he worked 4 years in the Building and Loan Association.
Building and Loan Association? What's that?
George's father was in the building and loan business, along with George's Uncle Billy.
George, what's the combination to the safe?
What? Oh, we wrote it down so you wouldn't forget.
That's right. Where?
Oh, well, it'll be in your wallet, Uncle Billy.
Thanks.
Lovable fellow. Just forgetful is all.
Hey, who is that?
That's Henry F. Potter, the richest and meanest man in all the county.
Peter, Potter's here. Mr. Bailey. There's nothing quite so loathsome as a family business. Ah, Peter, you know what I'm here for. I'm on a very tight schedule. A family to evict at 3.
You want to be my dad, Froggy?
Froggy?
You're muted.
Froggy is lay mute.
You don't have to tell me when I'm muted.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay, then, Mr. Potter. Here is the thing. I need a little more time. Just 30 short days. I'll dig up that 5,000 somehow.
Have you put any real pressure on those people of yours to pay their mortgages?
Times are hard, old man. A lot of people are out of work.
Then foreclose.
I can't yet do that. These families have children, you son of a...
They're not my children.
Clearly not with that attitude. But they're somebody's children, Mr. Potter.
Are you running a business or a charity ward?
Well, all right.
Not with my money.
Mr. Potter, what makes you such a hard-skulled character? You have no family, no children, no sex life. You can't begin to spend all the money you got.
So I suppose I should give it to miserable failures like you and that idiot brother of yours to spend for me.
Hey! He's not a failure. You can't say that about my father.
George.
Where you're not. You're the biggest man in town.
I'm not fat. I'm just big boned. All right, son. Thanks. I'll talk to you tonight.
Oh, don't let him say that about you, Pop.
Tonight!
What kind of business are you running here? Good God, man.
Door without bell.
Oh, without bell.
Transition.
George worked for his father, saving enough to see him through the university. That summer, though, he was going to Europe. George got a job on a cattle boat and was ready to do a little traveling before college. Old Man Gower surprised him with a gift of a great big suitcase. On his way home from the store, he ran into his friends, Ernie, that will be played by Froggy, the cab driver, and Bert, played by me, the cop.
Oh, hey, Ernie.
Hiya, George!
Hiya, Bert, who could be played by Trusty if you want. Go ahead.
Hey, George, what's the suitcase for?
Well, I'm a rich tourist today, yeah. How about driving me home in style?
Sure, Your Highness. Hop in the cabin. And for the carriage rage, I puts on my hat.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bailey. Looks like you're ready to get out of here.
Oh, hello, Violet. Hey, you look good. That's some dress you got on there.
I was ready to leave 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Oh, this old thing? Why, I only wear it when I don't care how I look. See you later.
How would you like? Beep, beep. Okay,
Ah.
Gosh, gosh.
Hey, you want to come along, Bert? We'll show you the town. I got my rubber ducky.
Wait, Bert's a cop. No, thanks. I think I'll go home and see what the wife's doing.
3, 2, 1. Well, that's
Family
family man.
Auga!
George saved up money to go away to college. His bags were packed and he was all set to go.
Leaving on a jet plane.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's hard to realize it's the last night in the Bailey boarding house.
Begorra! We're sure gonna miss you, George.
Well, Begorra, I'm going to miss you too, Pop. What's the
There's-
matter? You're looking tired.
I was trying to get Trusty to do a spit take. I had another tussle with old Henry Potter today.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought when we put him on the board of directors, he would be less of a dick.
Wow. I wonder what's eating that old money-grubbing buzzard anyway.
Oh, he's a sick old man. Frustrated and sick. I told you he was sexually frustrated. Hasn't had a girlfriend in like 20 years.
Mhm.
Sick in his mind, sick in his soul, if he has one. Hates everybody that has anything and he can't have. And more importantly, he steals my beer.
Mhm.
I guess.
You're also here.
Oh, yeah. I forgot what I did for his voice. Hey, George, can I borrow your tuxedo studs?
Or you do the hot cha cha voice from Harry.
Oh, yeah, did ya?
Yeah, help yourself, Harry Osborne.
Well, where are they? In your suitcase? Cha-cha.
Well, I'm not taking a tuxedo on a cattle boat, you know.
Hey, say you, where'd you get that fire piece of, woman? Our luggage, anyway.
Well, on those cattle boats, I guess it's the closest thing I'll have to a woman.
It's luggage,
Oh.
not baggage.
Mr. Gower, a going away present. One of these days, you're going to see that bag covered with all kinds of travel labels in Italy, Baghdad.
Oh, hey, I wouldn't go to Baghdad if I were you. Cha-cha.
Constantinople or Istanbul. I don't know what it's called anymore.
Why don't you come down to the dance tonight? Cha-cha.
What? And be bored to death?
Well, you couldn't want a better death. Lots of pretty girls. Hey, I gotta go. Hurry. I wish I could send Harry to college. My boy just ain't right. He'll never be a scientist like me, you know.
Well, we have that all figured out, you see. Harry will take my job at the building loan, work there 4 years, then he'll go, just like me.
He's too pretty and young for that job.
Well, no younger than I was.
You were born older, George. That's why you're reading with that accent. I suppose he decided. I suppose you decided what you're going to do when you get out of college.
Oh, what I've always talked about. Building things, design new buildings, plan modern cities.
Modern cities?
Modern cities?
Why are we saying it like that?
Still, after all that first million, before you're 30?
No, I'll settle for half that in cash.
Of course. It's just a hope. But you wouldn't consider coming back to the building and loan. The Daily Bugle building and loan, would you? I know it's early to talk about it.
Oh, I couldn't face being cooped up for the rest of my life in that shabby little office. Oh, I'm sorry, Pop. I didn't mean that remark, but this business of nickels and dimes and Publix, spending all your life trying to figure out how to save 3 cents on a length of pipe, I'd go crazy. I want to do something big, something important.
You know, George, I feel that in a small way we're doing something important. Like getting pictures of Spider-Man.
Yes.
Spider-Man? Sorry, Dad. I don't know what came over me.
Satisfying a fundamental urge. Dancing, as the doctor calls it. It's not too much for a man to want his own roof and walls and a fireplace. And we're helping him get those things in our shabby little office.
Oh, I know, Dad. I wish I felt. But I've been hoarding pennies like a miser in order to. Most of my friends have already finished college. I just feel like if I don't get away, I'd bust.
Begorra! Yes, you're right, me boyo. This town's no place to live if you aren't willing to crawl to Potter. You get yourself an education, bro, and then get the hell out of there.
Well, I'm glad you see what I'm talking about.
I don't see anything. I'm blind. Froggy.
You're not Alicia.
Oh, I thought you're Froggy Nelson. My bad.
Well, I think I'm gonna go down on Old Main Street. Last night in town and all.
Son, I drank the white lightning layers. I'm blind. I have a good time, son.
Pretty woman walking down the street. Pretty woman.
Who was that?
Why, that's Violet Bick.
Bick, you say? The little Bick girl from the candy store counter?
That's right.
Hello, Georgie Porgy.
Hello, Rye.
Oh, what gives?
Nothing.
Where are you going?
Oh, I'll probably end up at the library.
Huh, Georgie, don't you ever get tired of just reading about things?
Yes. What are you doing tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Not you,
Not a
George.
thing. Not a thing.
Are you game, Vi? What do you say we make a night of it?
Oh, I love it, Georgie. What'll we do?
We'll go out in the field and take off our shoes and walk in the grass.
Huh?
Then we'll go up to Stewart Lake, Jimmy Stewart Lake. It's beautiful up there in the moonlight. We can swim and we can climb Mount Bedford and smell the pines and watch the sunrise against the peaks. We'll stay up there the whole night and everybody will be talking and there will be a terrific scandal.
George, have you gone crazy? Walking the grass in my bare feet? Why, it's 10 miles up there to Mount Bedford. You think just because you... Oh,
Oh, okay. Just forget about the whole thing. All right.
Yeehaw! Forget about what, Georgie?
Oh, nothing, Sam. Nothing at all.
You remember Mary, don't you?
hi, George.
Hi, Mary.
Say, you wouldn't mind walking Mary home, would you, George?
Of course not. Is that okay with you, Mary?
Fine by me.
Great. Thanks.
Musical transition. So George walked Mary home. Is that important, Joseph?
I'd say it is, because even though Mary lived only 4 blocks away, it took them it took until hour 2 to get
Yes,
there.
pretty much, yes.
What a bunch of
Buffalo
maroons.
gals, won't you come out tonight?
Right, won't you come out tonight?
Come out
Come out
tonight.
tonight.
Buffalo
Well,
gals,
gals, won't you come out tonight and
Dance by the light of the
dance by
moon.
the light of the moon?
Hot dog! Hot dog! Oh boy! Just like an organ. Gee whiz!
Ah, beautiful.
You know something? If it wasn't me talking, I'd say you were the prettiest girl in town.
Huh. Well, why don't you say it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I will. How old are you anyway, Mary?
18.
18?
Too young or too old?
Oh no, just right. Your age fits you. Hey, look where we are.
That's disturbing.
That is very disturbing. Oh, the old Granville house.
Yeah, I got to throw a rock.
Oh, no, don't. I love that old house.
Well, no. Don't you know about deserted houses? You got to make a wish, and then you throw a rock.
But George, it's such a lovely old place. I wish I lived there.
And there, I wouldn't live in there if I were a ghost. Now, watch this. Watch this. Here we go. How about that, huh? Pretty good shot, huh? Broke a window, huh? See?
Yeah. What's your wish, George?
Well, not just one wish. A whole hateful, a harem of wishes, Mary. I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet. I'm going to see the world. Italy, Greece, the Parthenon. I don't know.
Parthenon.
Parthenon.
Papa. Then I'm going back here, going to college, see what they know. Then I'm going to build things, Mary.
Go to New York City.
New York City.
New York City.
Parthenon.
Yeah. Skyscrapers, airfields. The skyscraper's going to be 100 stories high. I'm going to build bridges a mile long, and then I'm going to... Hey, are you going to throw a rock too? Hey, that's pretty good. What'd you wish for, Mary?
Oh, no. If I tell you, it may not come true.
Hey, Mary. Come on. What do you want, huh? You want the moon? All you gotta do is say the word now.
Okay, the moon. I'll take it. And then what?
Then what? I'll throw a lasso around it. I'll pull it down. Then you can swallow it. And it all dissolves, see? And then the moonbeams would shoot out of your fingers and your toes and at the ends of your hair. And, am I talking too much?
Yes, just kiss her, you jippy bear. Kiss her, honey. Get off my lawn!
Saying that?
Get off my lawn!
Who's saying that, huh?
Old man Collins on his front porch reading comic books every Wednesday night.
You just wishing on the wrong people, I tell you.
Hey, hold on. Hey, mister, come back out here. And I'll show you some kissing that'll put some hair back on your head. You come back out here and...
Ooga! George!
Uncle Billy?
George, get in the car quick. Your father's had a stroke.
I'm sorry. I gotta go, Mary.
George's father died that night, Clarence. So, of course...
Wait, hold on. Why was him around you the dad then?
Sexism, Clarence. So, of course, George couldn't go to Europe. But that fall, just as he was ready to leave for college, the directors of the building and loan held a meeting. They were going to appoint a successor.
Rutabaga watermelon.
All right.
Rutabaga watermelon. Cabbage.
That's the American way.
Dr. Froggy Campbell, please.
I want the boy to know that.
I want the boy to know that George gave up his trip to Europe to help straighten people out. None of this funny business, people. Straight only. And I want these past few months, I want everything to be crucial period. I think that's all we need for you, George. Now, good luck to you at school. And I know you're anxious to make a train.
Well, yeah, I have a taxi waiting downstairs, mister. I said Froggy, not Toad, right?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to get to my real purpose. I claim this institution is not necessary to this town. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to dissolve the building and loan and turn its assets and liabilities over to the receiver.
Watermelon, rutabaga, cabbage.
It's too soon after Peter Bailey's death to discuss chloroform. Wow. We have Jello instead. Use that. And also, what's with this building alone nonsense? You also realize it was his faith and his devotion that are responsible for this organization.
I'll go further than that. I'll say that to the public, Peter Bailey was the building and loan.
Wait, the Publix?
In the Publix, yeah.
Shopping's a pleasure.
Oh, that's fine, Potter. Coming from you, considering that you probably drove him to his grave. Peter Bailey was not a businessman. That's what killed him. Oh, I don't mean any disrespect to him, God rest his soul. He was a man of high ideals, so-called. Ideals without common sense can ruin this town. And what does that get us? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class. All because a few starry-eyed dreamers like Peter Bailey stir them up and fill their heads with a lot of impossible hooey. Now, I say...
Just a minute. Now, hold on, Mr. Potter. You're right when you say my father was no businessman. I know that. Why, he ever started this cheap penny ante building alone, I'll never know. But neither you nor anybody else can say anything against his character, because his whole life was, why, in the 25 years since he and Uncle Billy started this thing, he never once thought of himself. Isn't that right, Uncle Billy?
You got that right. Sure got
Yeah.
that right.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't even save enough money to send Harry to school, let alone me. But he did help a few people get out of their slums. Your slums, Mr. Potter. And what's wrong with that? Why, here you're all businessmen here. Doesn't it make them better citizens? Doesn't it make them better customers? You said, what did you say a minute ago? They had to wait and save their money before they even ought to think of a decent home. Wait for what? Until their children grow up and leave them? Until they're so old and broken down that they... Do you know how long it takes a working man to save $5,000? Just remember this, Mr. Potter, that this rabble you're talking about, they do most of their working and paying and living and dying in this community. Well, is it too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath? Anyway, my father didn't think so. People were human beings to him. But to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Well, in my book, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
I'm not interested in your book. I'm talking about the building and loan.
I know very well what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on. And it's galling you. That's what you're talking about. Well, I've said too much. You're the board here. You do what you want with this thing. Just one thing more, though. This town needs this measly one-horse institution if you only to have some place where people can come without crawling to Potter. Come on, Uncle Billy.
Sentimental hogwash. I want my motion.
Oh, please. They're just coming out of the board meeting. I'll have to call you back. What happened, George? All we heard was a lot of yelling.
Boy, oh boy, Matilda, you should have heard George.
Yeah, they're voting us down in there.
George, get out of here. You missed your boat trip. You want to miss college too? Don't worry about the board. They're putting us out of business. So what? I can get another job. I'm only 55.
You're 58.
Wow, we're leaving. We're going. Come on.
I never thought it would happen.
Dr. Froggy Campbell.
George, they voted Mr. Potter down. We're still in business, baby.
Whoopee! We're still in business.
But there's one condition, George. You must make it to hour 3 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
No, can't do that.
They've also appointed you to take your father's place in the graveyard.
Point me. I'm going to college. Uncle Billy here. Here's your man.
Well, you can keep him on. That's all right.
Now, let's get one thing straight. I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now. I'm going to school. This is my last chance.
But, George, you've got to take it. They'll vote with Potter otherwise. So George Bailey didn't go to college. Who would have thunk?
That's right, Clarence. He gave his college money to his brother Harry. And Harry went instead and learned how to pronounce things.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Osborn went to school? Oh. But what happened to the good-looking girl? You know, the one with the nice rack, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, George saw her and her rack every now and again. Not very often, though, because Mary went away to school, too. Anyway, George waited 4 more years for Harry to come back and take over the building alone. Then he could still see the world. He planned to work in the oil fields of Venezuela.
Viva Chavez!
Well, there she blows. Say, Uncle Billy, you know what the 3 most beautiful sounds on Earth are?
Yes, breakfast is served, lunch is served, dinner is served.
Mhm.
No. Anchor chains, plane motors, and train whistles. Wow. Ow, fudge. That's Professor. Ow. Hurt my pixel finger.
Mm-mm.
This could take a while.
Oh dear.
Well, if it isn't George Geographic Explorer Billy. Uncle Billy, haven't you changed a bit?
Nobody ever changes around here. You know that.
Oh, hi, am I glad to see you.
Pecora, where's mother?
She's home, cooking a fatted calf. Come on, let's go.
Hey, he's not a fat calf. He just doesn't have the same luxuries as you white calves, okay? Anyway, wait. This is Ruth Dakin.
Ruth Dakin Bailey, if you don't mind.
Huh?
Oh, yes. You see, Warren, you had a wee little surprise. There she is. Meet the wife, the bold ball and chain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you know? Wife.
Well, how do you do? What am I doing? Congratulations, Harry. Why didn't you tell somebody? What's a pretty girl like you doing marrying this two-headed brother of mine?
Well, I'll tell you. It's purely mercenary. My father offered him a job.
Oh, he gets you and a job. Harry's cup runneth over. Come on, Ruth. Let's start ahead and leave the bags for the fellas.
All right.
You know, George, all about that job. Ruth spoke out a ton. I never said I'd take it. You've been holding the bag here for 4 years, and well, you know, I won't let you down. Cha-cha.
Well, it's all right, Harry. It's all right.
All right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's
It's all right.
And that night, the homecoming for Harry became his wedding party. Uncle Billy familiarized himself with the spirits.
Oh boy. I mean, she is so good I could spit in Potter's eye. I think I will. What do you say? Maybe I should go home. If it just point me in the right direction.
Oh, right down there.
That way, huh? Okay, old Billy alone, pal. See you later. I'm all right.
George.
Oh, yeah, I'm out here on the porch, Mother. I just thought I'd get some air.
Well, how do you like the new sister-in-law?
She's swell.
Looks like she'll keep Harry on his toes.
Yeah, keep him out of Bedford Falls anyway.
George, do you know that Mary Hatch is back from school?
Yeah.
Nice girl, Mary.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you stop your grumbling. Give me one good reason you shouldn't call on Mary.
Well, Sam Wainwright. Sam's crazy about her.
Well, she's not crazy about him.
Well, how do you know that? Did she discuss it with you?
Besides, Sam is away in New York City.
New York City!
And you're here in Bedford Falls.
And all's fair in love and war.
I don't know about war.
All right, Mother. I think I'll go and find the girl and do a passionate little necking.
Oh, George.
Bye, Mrs. Bailey. By the way, do you want any books at the library?
The library. George, you go and see Mary, you hear?
Yeah.
Hello, George.
Hello, Mary. I just happened to be passing by.
Your mother just phoned and said you were on your way over to pay me a visit.
My mother just called you. How did she know?
Well,
I didn't tell anybody. I just went for a walk and happened to be passing by. What do you went for a walk? That's all. When did you get back?
Tuesday, after the top 5.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, would you like to come in?
Well, I guess since I'm here anyway. Say, where'd you get that dress?
Do you like it?
It's all right. I thought you'd go back to New York City
New York City.
New York City.
No, City.
with Sam and Francie and the rest of them.
I worked there a couple of vacations, but I don't know. I guess I was homesick.
Homesick for Bedford Falls?
Yes, and my family and everything. Would you like to sit down?
All right, just for a minute. I still can't understand it, though. I didn't tell anybody I was coming here.
Would you rather leave?
No, I don't want to be rude.
It was nice about Harry and Ruth, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. That's all right.
Don't you like her?
Well, of course I like her. She's a peach.
Oh, it's just marriage in general you're not enthusiastic about, huh?
No. Marriage is okay for Harry and Sam Wainwright and you.
Mary, who's out there with you?
It's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey. What does he want?
I don't know. What do you want, George?
Can I take this girl?
Me? Not a thing. I just came in to get warm.
I'm taking it.
Aw.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
You tell him to go right back home, and don't you leave the house. Sam Wainwright promised to call from New York City tonight, didn't he?
No!
York
City tonight?
Yes.
Oh, your mother needn't. I didn't come here for.
What did you come here for?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. You're supposed to be the one with all the answers. You tell me.
Oh, why don't you go home?
Well, that's where I'm going. Yeah. I don't know why I came here in the first place.
Mary, the telephone. It's Sam.
I'll get it. Hee-haw. Hello, Sam. How are you?
Great. Gee, it's good to hear your voice again.
Oh, well, that's awfully sweet of you, Sam. There's an old friend of yours here, George Bailey.
You mean old Mossback George?
Yes, old mossback George.
Hee-haw! Put him on!
Wait a minute. I'll call him George.
He doesn't want to speak to George, you idiot.
He does so. He asked for him. George, Sam wants to speak to you.
Hello, Sam.
Hey, a fine pal you are. What are you trying to do, steal my girl?
What do you mean? Nobody's trying to steal your girl. I don't.
No, wait a minute. I want to talk to both of you. Tell Mary to get on the extension.
Mother's on the extension.
I am not.
We can both hear you, George. Just put your head a little closer.
Okay.
There, that's better. We're listening, Sam.
I have a big deal coming up that's going to make us all rich. George, you remember that night at Martini's bar where you told me about making plastics out of soybeans?
Huh? Yeah. Soybeans. Yeah.
Well, my father's checked into it, George, see? And now he's going to build a factory outside of Rochester. How do you like that?
Rochester? Why Rochester?
Because Mr. Bennett said it'd be a good idea. My, oh, my. Well, why not? Can you think of anything better?
I don't know. Why not? Why not right here in Bedford Falls? You remember that old tool and machinery works. You tell your father he can get that for a song. And all the labor he wants, too. Half the town was thrown out of work when they closed down.
That's so. Well, I'll tell him. Hey, that sounds great. Oh, baby, I knew you'd come through. Marry me, George.
I'm sorry. I don't feel that way about you, Sam.
Now, here's the point, George.
Huh?
I may have a job for you. That is, unless you're still married to the old broken down building and loan. Oh, Mary.
I'm here.
You tell that guy I'm giving him the chance of a lifetime. You hear?
He says it's the chance of a lifetime.
Give me that phone. Now, you listen to me, Mary. You listen to me right now. I don't want any plastics. I don't want any job. I don't want to get married ever to anyone. You understand that? I want to do what I want to do, and you're not gonna. You're not. Oh, Mary.
George,
Oh, Mary. I love you.
George, I love you too. Okay, now this is okay. Let me get this part. Okay, we will return to Geeky Puppet Show's Playhouse of the Air's presentation of It's a Wonderful Life in just a few moments. But first, gentlemen, does your hair resemble a dried out bird's nest full of dander flakes? Tweet, tweet. Do you plaster your hair down like a cheap gigolo, smelling to high heaven?
Ew.
What
is pink?
When girls get a gander at the tip top of your noggin, do they go, ew?
Ew.
Well, here's a friendly hint that may just help you out in the romance department.
Ooh.
Starting tomorrow, why not try Bremel Hair Tonic? Yes, sirree, you'll be heading for success with Bremel growed hair. A success with the gals and on the job. Bremel always keeps hair looking mighty attractive, always in place. A real sex appealer. Oh, Bremel Hair Tonic does lots more than keep your hair look handsome looking.
Bremel, the swing hair tonic. Make the birds dance clear. A little dab will do
Yeah. All the pretty gals will scream. Not only will James love it, your love will shut out the fear. Bremel, the swing hair tonic. Your brother history.
That was just awful.
Cha-cha-cha.
Buy some Bremel today. Your hair will thank you. And now back to the puppet team players and It's a Wonderful Life.
George and
That's
Mary.
over.
Yes.
George and Mary were married. And following the wedding and reception, George's old pal Ernie, the cab driver, drove the happy couple to the train station.
Awooga. Hey, where are you two going here? Now on honeymoon?
Wow, we're gonna shoot the works, Ernie. A whole week in New York City.
New York City.
New York City.
A whole week in Bermuda, the highest hotels, the oldest champagne, the richest caviar, the hottest music, and the prettiest wife.
Here's the kitty. Wow.
Wow, it's a great cat.
Yeah, $2,000. I feel like a bootlegger's wife.
Hey, you look like one too. Hey, see, so you're finally getting out of Bedrock Falls? Hey, how about that, Fred?
Yeah.
And then what, honey?
After that, who cares?
That does it. Hey, Mrs. Bailey, I haven't kissed you since.
Hey, George, there's something funny going on over there. Look, over there at that bank. It looks like a run.
Huh? Pull over there for a minute.
George, let's not stop. Please, let's go straight to the station.
No, wait a minute. I better see what it is. I'll be right back.
George, please. George.
Hey, what money?
I need my money.
Where is this? Where is this? Uncle Billy, a holiday? Why are the doors locked? There's a crowd out front.
This is a pickle, George.
All right now, all right. What happened?
There was a bank.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is the bank called our loan. I had to hand out all our cash.
All of it?
Every last cent of it.
Holy mackerel.
And then I got scared, George, and I closed the doors.
Our charter says we need to stay open until 6 o'clock or we'll lose our license.
Bailey Brother Building and get me, George. George, it's Potter.
Hello? Hello?
George, there's a rumor around town that you've closed your doors. Is that true?
No, it isn't.
Do you need any Irish police? Mobs get pretty ugly sometimes, you know.
Well, we're fine. We have plenty of regular Irishmen here.
I will see. Now, George, I'm going all out to help in this crisis. I've just guaranteed the bank sufficient funds to meet their needs. They'll close for a week and then reopen. I may lose a fortune, but I'm willing to guarantee your people too. Just tell them to bring their shares over here, and I will pay 50 cents on the dollar.
Oh, you don't miss a trick, do you, Potter? Well, you're gonna miss this one.
If you close your doors before 6 p.m., you will never reopen.
He just took over the bank, Billy. Open the doors.
Housekeeping.
Let him in.
All right, now, what do you think you're going to do? How are you going to handle this situation?
Now, hey,
It's my money and I want it now.
Just remember that. Hey, just remember that this thing isn't as black as it appears.
Oh, thank good heavens. You come in, Zach.
I have some news for you folks. I just talked to old man Potter, and he's guaranteed cash payments at the bank.
How about our money, Judge? Where's
Now,
our
now,
frickin'
please,
money?
now, please. Hey, wait a minute. Listen to me. You're thinking of this all wrong. The money's not here. I don't know why I'm skipping. But hey, now wait a minute. Wait. Don't rouse. Let me tell you. Your money's in people's houses. It's in the Kennedy's house, and McLaren house, and there's Marilyn Monroe in the Kennedy house, and your house, and 100 others. Now, what are you going to do? Foreclose on them?
I've got $242 in here, and $242 isn't going to break anybody.
All right, Charlie, all right. Now you'll get your money in 60 days.
60 days?
Well, now that's what you agreed on when you bought your shares.
I got my money. Old man Potter's taking over the bank. He'll pay you 50 cents on the dollar.
50 cents?
$50 on a dollar.
Wait a minute. Please, folks, please don't leave. I beg of you not to do this. If Potter gets a hold of your shares, he'll be owning this building alone. He's got the bank. He's got the bus line. He's got the department stores. And now he's after us because he wants to keep you living in his shacks and paying the kind of rent he decides to charge. Now, we can get through this all right. But we're going to have to stick together. We've got to have faith in each other.
Sure, me husband's out of work. We need money.
I got doctor bills to pay. Ha-cha-cha. Got it.
Yeah, can't feed me kids with faith. Huh? How much do you need? We've still got some money. We've got $2,000 from the wedding.
Hey, Mary! Climbing over people. Okay, all right. I got $2,000 here. This will tide us over until the bank reopens. All right, Charlie. How much do you need?
$242.
Oh, Charlie, just enough to tide you over until the bank reopens.
I'll take $242, Trebek.
Oh, okay. Uncle Billy, give Charlie $242. Okay, all right, Ed. Now, how much do you need to get by?
$20, I suppose.
Now you're talking. Mrs. Thompson, how about you?
Oh, yes, it's good going on. But it's your own money, George, an hour or two.
Oh, never mind that. How much do you want, Mrs. Thompson?
I want it
Could I
all.
have $17.50?
7. Bless your heart. Of course you can have it. Uncle Billy, give her $17.50. Pay back when you can now. Pay it back when you can. All right. Who's next?
Look at the clock. Look.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Musical
5 seconds.
transition.
4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2, 1.
Cuckoo.
6 o'clock. We made it. Lock that door, Uncle Billy. Lock it up right now. Boy,
Ring.
we're still in business, and we even got $2 left.
Bailey Brothers building in just a minute. George, there's a call for you.
Look, will you get my wife on the phone? She's probably over at her mother's.
Mrs. Bailey is on the phone.
I don't want Mrs. Bailey. I want my wife. Mrs. Bailey. That's my wife. Mary. Hello, dear. Listen, I'm sorry. Come home. 320 Sycamore. Well, whose home is that? Waldorf Hotel, huh?
Well, that doesn't look like the Waldorf. I mean, how do you find them? There's so many kind of Waldorfs.
Mm-hmm. Waldorf salad?
Usually you'll find Waldorf by Statler, Clarence.
Oh.
Number 320 Sycamore was the old Granville house. The one Mary and George threw rocks at and made wishes. Mary had prepared the house, including a turkey dinner, romantic decorations, and even a marriage bed.
Welcome home, Mr. Bailey.
I'll be.
Remember the night we broke the windows in this old house?
No, you're getting it.
Yes, this is what I wished for.
Darling, you're wonderful.
Yes, sir. That's where they spent their honeymoon. That's where they started their lives together. Mary made the leaky old house a home, while George toiled away at the building and loan office, providing houses for people like Giuseppe Martini.
Hey, Martini, you renting a new house?
Rent. Hi, you hear that, Mr. Bailey? I own this house. Me, Giuseppe Martini, I own my own house. No more we live like pigs in a potter's field.
We have something for you and your family, Mr. Martini. George and I bring something for all the new owners.
For the Martinis? Maria, come quick. Our first housewarming gifts. Bring it, the kids.
Bread, so this house may never know hunger. Salt, that life may always have flavor.
And wine! Go ahead, take a load off, take a drink, and that joy and prosperity may reign forever. Enter the Martini Castle.
Papa, it's time bread.
Yes.
Bailey houses were popping up all over the place, mostly owned by people that used to live in Potter's Field. And Potter had just enough of that. So after a couple of years, old man Potter decided to call our George into his office.
Sit down, George. Sit down. Have a
Thank you.
cigar?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Quite a cigar, Mr. Potter.
Like it? I'll send you a box.
Well, I suppose I'll find out sooner or later. Just what exactly did you want to see me about?
George, now that's just what I like so much about you. That and the curve of your thigh. George, I'm an old man, and
Are you saying those gams, Mr. Potter? It's okay.
those gams, George. I'm an old man, and most people hate me. But I don't like them either, so that makes it all even. You know just as well as I do that I run practically everything in this town but the Bailey Building and Loan. You
Baxter
know
Building.
also that for a number of years I've been trying to get control of it, or kill it. Haven't been able to do it. You have been stopping me. In fact, you've beaten me, George. That takes some doing. Take during the Depression, for instance. You and I were the only ones that kept our heads. You saved the building and loan, and I saved all the rest.
Yeah, well, most people say you stole all the rest.
The envious ones say that, George. Suckers. Now let's look at your side. Young man, 27, 28, married, making, say, 40 a week.
45.
45.
45.
Now, if you were some ordinary yokel, I'd say you were doing fine. George Bailey is intelligent, ambitious. He hates the building and loan almost as much as I do. He's been dying to get out of town ever since he was born. A young man, smartest one of the crowd, mind you, who has to sit by and watch his friends go places because he's trapped into frittering his life away playing nursemaid to a lot of garlic eaters. Do I paint a correct picture, George, or do I exaggerate?
What's your point here, Mr. Potter?
My point is you're the only man in town who's licked me. Well,
I'm not licking you, sir. I'm licking my wife.
without being paid to it.
Oh boy, do you need to lick him? Hey, Fred.
I want to hire you. Manage my affairs. I'll start you out at $20,000 a year.
$20,000 a year?
You wouldn't mind living in the nicest house in town, buying your wife a lot of fine clothes, a couple of business trips to New York City.
New York City?
New York City?
Ooh, New York City. Hey.
Maybe once in a while, Europe. You wouldn't mind that, would you, George?
Would I? You're not talking to somebody else around here, are you? Are you talking to me? I'm George Bailey. Don't you remember me? The building alone, remember?
Yes, George Bailey, whose ship has just come in, providing he has brains enough to climb aboard.
Well, what about the building alone?
Oh, confound it, man! I'm offering you a 3-year contract at $20,000 a year. Is it a deal or isn't it?
Mr. Potter, I know I ought to jump at the chance, but I wonder if you give me 24 hours to think about it.
Sure. You go home and talk to your wife.
Yeah, I'd like that.
In the meantime, I'll draw up the papers, and soon you'll be managing my affairs.
Your affairs. No, the answer's no, doggone it. You sit around here and you spin your little webs and you think the whole world revolves around you and your money. Well, it doesn't, Mr. Potter. In the whole vast configuration of things, I'd say you were nothing but a scurvy little spider.
What
A scurvy little spider!
Man. What did Mr. Potter want, George?
Nothing. No, sorry, just talk. Nothing. Oh, gee. Mary Hatch, why in the world would you ever marry a guy like me anyway?
To keep from being an old maid.
I was going to see the world. I was going to build things. I was going to lasso you the moon. What have I given you? Not even a new dress, not for months. You could have married Sam Wainwright. Anybody else in town.
I didn't want to marry anybody else in town. I want my baby to look like you.
With giant pixel fingers.
You
Oh
didn't
God.
even have a honeymoon. I promise you. You're what?
My baby.
You mean, Mary, you're on the nest?
George Bailey Lasso Stork.
Well, Mary had a baby, oh my lord. A boy.
You don't say there.
And then she had a girl.
Well, what do you know?
Night after night, George would come home late from the office. Things weren't good with the building alone. Potter was really bearing down hard. Then came the war. Mary had another baby. Oh, Lord. By then, but still had time to run the USO. Gower and Uncle Billy sold war bonds. Violet entertained the troops.
Da 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 da.
Bert the cop was wounded in North Africa. Got a Silver Star.
Not Bert, no!
Well, Ernie, the taxi driver, parachuted into France.
Wait.
Harry Bailey topped them all. A Navy flyer, he shot down 15 planes. Ha-cha-cha indeed. Two of them as they were about to crash into a transport full of American soldiers.
Yes, but George. What about George?
George, 4F on account of his ear. George fought the Battle of Bedford Falls. Air raid warden, paper drives, scrap drives, rubber drives. On VE Day, he wept and prayed. On VJ Day, he wept and prayed again.
Yes. But, wait. We're getting pretty close today, aren't we?
Yes, Clarence. You know now almost everything you have to know about George Bailey, except what happened that finds him down there at this moment wanting to die.
Well, sir, well,
it's the day before Christmas, and Billy is at the bank to make a deposit when he ran into Old Man Potter.
Well, Mr. Henry F. Potter. Come to the bank to deposit some more loot, huh? Sure, you old fool. How do you like the news in the paper, Mr. Potter? Harry Bailey wins Congressional Medal of Honor. Just can't keep those Bailey boys down now, can you? Let me see that newspaper.
Daily Bugle! Oh, sorry.
There you go, the Daily Bugle. Sorry I can't chat with you, you old thief. Gotta make a deposit.
Yo, my name's Horace. I'm the teller. Good morning to you, Mr. Bailey.
Good morning, Horace. Here you are. Deposit slip, bank book, and a very Merry Christmas to you.
You too, Mr. Bailey. Say, you forgot something, haven't you?
What's that?
You want to make me rich by paying for your shit?
Mm-hmm.
Make a deposit, bro.
Well, certainly.
Well, it's customary to bring the money with you.
It's gone. Where did I put it? Where did I put that money? Shit!
A terrible thing, Clarence. Terrible. Uncle Billy couldn't find the money because the envelope with $8,000 was folded up in that newspaper he gave to Old Man Potter. At the same time as Billy started to look for the deposit, Violet came to visit George at the building and lo.
Oh, hello, Vi.
Suppose you're getting things set back at the house for the party tonight.
You know you're invited. What's wrong?
You see right through me, don't you?
How much do you need?
I hate doing this to you, George, but I won't be asking for any more after this.
Plan on robbing a bank, Vi?
I'm going to Manhattan.
Wow, what's in Manhattan?
Why, everything's in Manhattan. A new start, at least.
Well, that's a big step, Vi. What's the matter with starting a new life right here in Bedford Falls?
Well, I'll be. Never thought I'd hear that from you, George Bailey. I thought you hated this place.
Well, I did. But this town has a charm of its own.
You should give tours, maybe.
I'm just thinking of you, Violet. Manhattan's a big place to take on your own.
I've made a decision. there's a midnight train tonight, and I'm not the one that's going to Georgia, mind you, and I plan to be on it.
Takes a lot of character to leave your hometown and start all over again. Here's some dough.
No, George, don't.
What do you want to do? Hawk your furs and that hat? You want to walk to New York City?
New York City?
New York City?
You know, they charge for meals and rent up there just the same as they do in Bedford Falls.
Yeah, sure.
It's a loan. That's my business. Building and loan. Besides, you'll get a job. Good luck to you.
I'm glad I know you, George Bailey.
Say hello to New York City for me.
New York City?
New York City.
Merry Christmas, George.
George!
Uncle, what's going on? The bank examiner's coming today, and I...
Today?
Yeah. Wants the accounts payable. What's the matter with you?
The money. The 8,000.
What?
I
What, Uncle Billy? What happened to it?
don't know. I was going to deposit it, and when I went to the bank, I didn't have it.
Jeez. $8,000, Uncle Billy. The bank examiner's in town. It's not our money. It belongs to the depositors.
I'm so sorry, George. I just don't know what happened.
Well, first place you look is your coat pocket. I told you to put it there when you left.
Oh, I'm no good to you, George. I'm no good.
Oh, let's go then. We'll have to retrace your steps. We'll leave no stone unturned. And as George and Billy went looking for the deposit, Potter had a meeting with the state bank examiner, a Miss Sadie Vance.
Oh, the whole town's turned upside down with the Bailey boys' homecoming, congressional medal and all.
I guess they do things like that.
Oh, may I look at your paper?
Go ahead.
Oh, this is a deposit from Bailey.
That old fool Billy Bailey gave me that newspaper right when he came marching home.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're going to deposit it for him, right, Potter?
To think he would make such a foolish mistake. Look at how much it is.
Oh, there's $8,000 here.
What a Christmas present! And he doesn't even know it.
Just a minute here, Potter. I know you've been giving the Baileys a hard time far back as I can remember. Why?
I don't have to give answers to you. You're just a state examiner.
Oh, yes, I am. But I am unimpressed by your buying off everyone in town. Oh, that's it. You could never buy the Baileys.
What?
You heard what I said. The Baileys have always stood for something you always wanted and are so jealous of. They're honest.
You're fired!
Oh, you can't fire me. I'm state appointed. Ha ha, I'm government. And what's more, I am not going to turn my back. This is stealing from the Baileys. Something like this would certainly cause them to fold.
Yes, and after 25 years, finders keepers, you know that. He gave me the money. It was his own fault. Besides, there's not a court in the county that would find me guilty.
And we all know why.
How's your family, Sadie?
My family?
I know how little state positions pay. What would you say to a little Christmas bonus?
I want no part of this.
No, I mean money. I was talking about money.
Yes.
That's not what I've heard.
What are you insinuating, Potter?
I will not be turned down.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to pay the Baileys a surprise visit. You'll see the records. They'll be short, and you know the rest. At last, the Baileys will be where they belong. Down for good.
I know what to do.
Did you put the envelope in your pocket?
Yeah, maybe.
Uncle Billy, we've got to find that money.
Oh, I'm no good to you, George.
Okay. Do you have any secret hiding places here in the house?
I've gone over the whole house, even in rooms that have been locked ever since I lost your Aunt Laura.
Listen to me. Listen. Think.
I can't think anymore, George.
Where's the money, you stupid, silly fool? Do you realize what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal and prison. One of us is going to jail. Well, it's not going to be me.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Daddy.
Little Pete.
Oh yeah. I thought he's dead.
No. That was
Pete.
Peter. This is Pete. Named after the dad.
Daddy, bring the wreath.
What wreath?
The Merry Christmas wreath for the window.
I left it at the office.
Is it snowing?
Yeah, it just started.
Where's your coat and hat?
Left them at the office.
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Everything's all right.
Isn't it wonderful about Harry? We're famous, George. I'll bet I had 50 calls today about the parade, the banquet. Your mother's so excited she...
Must she keep playing at that?
You can take this too.
I have to practice for the party tonight, Daddy.
I have to. Sorry. Yo, Mama says we can stay about the midnight and sing Christmas carols.
Can
Little
you
Tommy.
sing, Daddy?
Better hurry and shave, George. The families will be here soon.
Families? I don't want any families here.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Have a hectic day?
Oh, yeah. Another big red letter day for the Baileys.
Yo, Daddy, Brown's next door have a new car. You should see it.
Well, what's the matter with our car? Isn't it good enough for you?
Yes, Daddy-o.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse you for what?
I burped.
All right, darling, you're excused. Now go upstairs and see what little Zuzu wants.
What's the matter with Zuzu?
Oh, she got a cold. Caught it coming home from school. They gave her a flower for a prize, and she didn't want to crush it, so she didn't button up her coat.
What is it, a sore throat?
The doctor says it's nothing serious.
Oh, is the doctor here?
I called Who right away.
Is she running a temperature?
Just a teensy one.
Gosh, it's its old house. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why we don't all have pneumonia. This drafty old barn might as well be living in a refrigerator. Why did we have to live here in the first place? Stay in this measly, crummy old town.
George, what's wrong?
Wrong? Wrong? Everything's wrong. You call this a happy family. Why do we have to have all these kids?
Petey.
Daddy, how do you spell frankincense?
I don't know. Ask your mother.
Where are you going?
Up to see Zuzu. Hi, Daddy. That is a sore throat. What happened to you?
I want a flower.
Go ahead. Well, where do you think you're going?
Want to give my flower a drink.
I have to capture the Avatar to regain my honor.
Here, give Daddy the flower. I'll give it a drink.
Look, Daddy, some of the petals came off. Paste it now.
Yeah, all right. I'll push it together there. There, it's good as new.
Give the flower a drink.
Now will you do something for me?
What, Daddy?
Will you try to go get some sleep?
But, Daddy, I am not sleepy. I don't see how I need to go to bed. Oh crap! I can't see.
I know, Alicia. I know.
I just want to look at my flower.
I know, Alicia, but you got to go to sleep. I don't know. Maybe you can dream about it. It'll be a whole garden.
It will.
Uh-huh. Silent night. 3, 2, 1. Telephone.
Telephone.
I'll get it. Hello? Yes, this is Mrs. Bailey. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Welch. The doctor says she'll be out of bed in time for Christmas dinner.
Is that Zuzu's teacher?
Yes.
Here, let me speak to her. Hello, Miss Welch? This is George Bailey. Say, what kind of teacher are you anyway? You sit in your room like that, half naked.
George.
This is the sort of thing we pay taxes for. Have teachers like you, silly, stupid, careless people who send our kids home without any clothes on. God, that's stupid.
Hello, Mrs. Welch. I want to apologize. Hello? Hello? She hung up.
I'll hang her up.
Oh. Now, who the hell do you think you are?
Wait a minute. What is it? Hello? What is it? Oh, Mr. Welch. Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine, Mr. Welch. Give me a chance to tell you what I really think of your wife.
George.
Well, I agree with you.
George.
Won't you get out and let me handle this? Hello? Oh, you will, huh? Okay, Mr. Welch. Anytime you think you're man enough. Huh? Yeah. Oh.
Daddy, how do you spell sleeping on the couch?
What do you think I am? A dictionary? Janie, haven't you learned that silly, stupid tune yet? You've played it over and over again. Now stop it. Stop it.
George, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. Hey. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. You go on and practice. Pete, I owe you an apology, too. I'm sorry. What did you want to know?
Nothing, Daddy.
What's the matter with everybody? Johnny, go on. I told you to practice. Now, go on, play.
Oh, Daddy.
George, why must you torture the children? Why don't you...
Mary. Oh.
Where is Daddy going? Is he bringing me my Chesterfields?
Yeah. Bedford 247, please.
Is Daddy in trouble?
Yes, Pete.
Shall I pray for him?
Yes, Janie. Pray very hard.
Me too.
You too, Tommy. Hello? Uncle Billy?
So, that's it, George. You're short $8,000 in the books, eh?
Oh, please, Mr. Potter. I'll pay you some sort of interest if you still want the building loan.
You say it was lost. Did you notify the police?
No, sir. I haven't done that yet. Harry's homecoming tomorrow, and
Why did you come to me? What about your good friend Sam Wainwright?
can't get a hold of him. He's in Europe.
What kind of security would I have, George? What collateral?
I have a life insurance, a $15,000 policy.
How much is your equity in it?
$500.
Huh. And you want $8,000. Look at you. You used to be so cocky. You were going to go out and conquer the world. You once called me a warped, frustrated old man. What are you but a warped, frustrated young man? Crawling in here on your hands and knees for help. No securities, no stocks, no bonds. You're worth more dead than you are alive. Why don't you go to the riffraff you love so much and ask them for help?
I'll do anything, Mr. Potter. Please help me. My wife, my kids.
You know what I'm going to do for you? As a stockholder in the building and loan, I'm calling the state examiner to get a warrant for your arrest. Misappropriation of funds, manipulation, malfeasance.
It's Mr. Potter, please, you can't. They can't arrest me. Oh, God, no.
Go on and run. You can't hide in a little town like this. Merry Christmas, George.
Are we got another commercial?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Do you want me to take this one again?
If you want.
Sure. And now, more for our sponsors. Are you guilty of careless driving because windshield buggy spots dulled your vision?
Yes, I'm guilty.
Stop straining to see through a bug-spattered windshield. Duck's Toilet Cake gets to squash bugs off quickly, easily. Yes, even when the sun has baked them in the glass.
Remember,
Go ahead.
you need clear vision. Go ahead.
Okay. Remember, you need clear vision as well as good brakes to avoid accidents. You'll find Duck's Toilet Cake leaves the glass polished so crystal clear, you'll hardly know it's there.
I feel so much safer after I clean my windshield with Duck's Toilet Cake. It leaves no dangerous oily film to pick up dust and make night driving difficult. Now I can see the deer as I hit them.
Yes. Duck's Toilet Cake. The soap of 100 uses. You better wash high. You better wash low. Behind
you
yours too, I'm telling you so. Duck's Toilet Cake is cleaning up town. It washes up cars. It washes up bars. And out in LA, it washes up stars. Duck's Toilet Cake is cleaning up town. It's found in every bathroom, from sea to shining sea. It's used by our dear president, and it's used by you and me. Oh, you better wash high. You better wash low.
Behind your ears, too. I'm telling you.
So.
Duck's Toilet Cake
is
cleaning
up town. Buy a cake of Duck's Toilet Soap today. Keep it in your car. And now the dramatic conclusion of It's a Wonderful Life by the Puppeteer and his players and his and friend players.
Pasta fazola. Merry Christmas. Glad you came.
Yo, man, how about some of that good shit? That spaghetti got over there.
We got everything.
Ah.
Where's George, sir? Where?
After running out of Potter's office, George ended up at Martini's bar. He had a couple drinks. Clarence, he's just sitting there.
Well, what's he saying? Who is he?
Shh. God, dear Father in heaven, I'm not a praying man, but if you're up there and you can hear me, show me the way. I'm at the end of my rope. Show me the way, God.
It's Dr. Nick.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Go for it.
Go, Dr. Nick.
You do it. Okay. Shall I take it?
Go on.
I don't care.
All right. Are you all right, George? You want somebody to take you home?
Why you drink so much, my friend? You don't feel good. Please go home, Mr. Bailey.
Bailey! You say Bailey? Which Bailey?
This gentleman is Mr. Bailey, George Bailey.
George Bailey, huh? Poof. Now he's a dead Bailey. And the next time you talk to my wife like that, you'll get worse. It isn't enough. She's Wait.
Oh, dear Lord.
I can't say this word.
Hey,
She
stupid
works,
kid, yeah.
and she works teaching her stupid kids how to read and write. You got the ball, or
You get out of here, Mr. Welch. You here, my best friend. You get out.
all right. And I'm taking my grape juice and my grape jelly with me.
And
Yeah.
Mr. Bailey, you okay?
Who was that?
Mr. Welch. But don't worry, he don't come into this place no more. I get something for your face. It's bleeding.
I'm all right.
Please don't go away, Mr. Bailey. Please
Leave
don't.
me alone. Leave me alone.
George is headed up to the bridge now, Clarence. Can you see them?
is he going to go under it?
Just 1 second. I gotta get my popcorn. Looks like he's gonna jump. Jump, jump, jump.
It's time, Clarence. Push.
Hey, excuse me. You there?
Mhm.
Have you got the time to jump?
My watch is dead.
Thanks. So will you be. Push. Just the same.
You can't swim.
Help me. I cannot swim.
What? Oh, hold it, mister. I'm a-coming.
Bridge keeper? This is the Green Goblin?
Yeah, that's the Green Goblin.
What in Sam Hill are the two of you doing? This storm's not fit for man or beast. Get out of that water. Are you two all right? You need a doctor?
No, I'm all right.
No, I'm fine. This underwear, I didn't have time to get anything stylish. My wife gave me this on the last birthday. I passed away in it.
Passed away.
Oh, I see. Tom Sawyer is drawing it too.
Who?
My book. I left in such a hurry. I brought Tom Sawyer with me. You should read the new book Mark Twain is working on.
How'd you happen to fall in?
Oh, I jumped in. I jumped in to save you.
You jumped in to save me.
Well, and I did, didn't I? Yeah, you didn't get to go through it, did ya?
Go through what?
Suicide.
It's against the law to commit suicide around here.
Yeah, it's against the law where I come from too.
Where do you come from?
Heaven.
What?
I had to act quickly. That's why I jumped in. I knew if I were drowning, you would try to save me. And you did see, you did. And that's how I saved you.
Oh, that's very funny.
Your lips bleeding, George.
Yeah, I got a bust in the jaw in answer to a prayer.
Oh, no, George. I'm the answer to your prayer.
Say, how do you know my name?
I've been watching you for a while now in the bushes.
It's Cheers.
Oh, I know all about you. I watched you grow up when you were a boy.
Say, what are you, a mind reader or something?
Oh, no.
Well, then who are you?
I Clarence Oddbody AS2.
Oddbody AS2. What's an AS2?
Angel second class.
Hey, I'm getting out of here. You may not need a doctor, but I do.
Hey, cheerio, my good man.
Hey, look here. Why do you want to save me?
Because I'm your guardian angel, plus I'm also the co-host of the channel. If
I-
you die, I'm stuck with it.
I want to be just a bit surprised.
Oh, you're ridiculous if you think of killing yourself for money. Yeah, you're not even doing it on YouTube for your views. $8,000.
Yeah, just things like that. Now, how'd you know that?
I told you, I'm your guardian angel. I know everything about you.
Well, look. Well, you look like the kind of angel I get. Some sort of fallen angel, aren't you? What happened to your wings?
I haven't had my wings in, what 2,000 years, I think? Yeah, so wait on them, put an order in at Denny's. And that's why I'm Angel. Second class, yes.
Well, the problem is you try to order wings from a fucking Disney's. But I see.
But you can help me earn them from, George, by letting me help you.
You don't happen to have $8,000, do you?
No. We don't use money in heaven.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. Well, it comes pretty handy down here, bub.
Oh, tut.
Well, I found it out a little late. I'm worth more dead than alive.
And now look, you mustn't say things like that. I wouldn't get my wings with that attitude. You just don't know all that you've got done. If it hadn't been for you.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for me, everybody would have been better off. My wife, my kids, my friends.
Your end friends?
My and friends.
This isn't going to be easy.
They'd all been better if I hadn't been born.
What did you say?
I said I wish I had never been born.
By George, that's wonderful.
Wonderful.
The idea you just gave me. Well, you never got your wish. Well, you got your wish. You've never been born. You never worked in public.
Never been born.
Exactly. No Publix, no worries. No $8,000 to get nothing. You simply don't exist.
Hey, wait a minute. This ear of mine. Say something in that ear.
You don't have a bad ear anymore. Don't you see? You're not George Bailey. You think you are. You're a nobody.
Well, that's the doggonest thing.
Your lips stopped bleeding too, George.
What do you know about that? What happened? I need a drink. That's what I need. Well, what about you, Angel? Do you want a drink?
Well, I don't know.
Come on. We'll go as soon as our clothes are dry.
Our clothes are dry.
Hey, so they are. Say, that's funny. That stove's hotter than I thought. Well, look, let's get dressed and we'll stroll over to Martini's and then, excuse me, I'll stroll. You fly.
I haven't got my wings.
You haven't got your wings. That's right. A couple of drinks and we'll both fly.
What are you talking about?
There's a place to sit down. Hello, Nick Clarence. Welcome to the best bar in Bedford Falls.
Bedford Falls. Hey, don't you mean Pottersville?
Pottersville? Hey, where's Martini?
Hey, look, I'm the boss. You want a drink or don't you?
Okay, all right. Double bourbon. Quick, huh?
Okay. What's yours, bub?
I was just thinking of mulled wine.
Huh?
Heavy on the cinnamon, light on the cloves. Off with you, my lad, and lively now.
Hey, look, mister. We serve hard drinks in here for men who want to get drunk fast. And we don't need any characters around to give a joint atmosphere.
Now, come on here. Just give him the same thing I ordered. He's okay.
2 double bourbons.
What about this place? It's all changed.
All Bedford Falls has changed. Hey, you're having your wish, George. You've never been born. Oh, there'll be a lot of things you'll never have seen before. Oh, good. Somebody just made it.
Made what?
Every time you hear a bell ring, it means that some angels has got his wings.
What did you say?
Look, Clarence, I don't think you better talk about angels around here.
Don't they believe in angels?
Yeah, they believe in them, but, it's just...
Well then, why should people be surprised when they see one?
Huh?
Don't mind him, Nick. He's just never grew up. How old are you anyway, Clarence?
Carry the 5, the 3, and that minus that. 293 next May.
That does it. Out you two pixies go. Through the door or out the window. Go on, get.
Say, where's Martini? Will you tell him?
Hey, stop asking about Martini. He ain't here. Well. Look who crawled out from under whatever hole he's been hiding in.
Oh, hey, look, it's Mr. Gower.
Hey, you, Rummy. Didn't I tell you never to come handling around here?
Hey, George, look.
Oh, dude, Mr. Gower, this is George Bailey. Don't you know me?
Will you buy me a drink, mister? Just one drink, mister.
Binky, throw the Rummy out.
You got it.
Oh, no. Oh,
Narf.
please.
Hey, Nick, isn't that Mr. Gower, the druggist?
Is that drugs now?
Yeah. Hey, that rumhead spent 20 years in jail from poisoning some kid. If you know him, you must be a jail boy yourself. Binky, here's 2 more. Get them out of here.
You got it, boss.
Ah.
Here, let me help you up. The snow is quite cold.
Well, what's wrong with Mr. Gower?
Mr. Gower doesn't know you, George. You see, George, you weren't there to stop Gower from putting that poison into that prescription.
What do you mean I wasn't there? What are you, a hypnotist? Why am I seeing all these strange things here?
Don't you understand, you idiot? It's because you were never born.
Then if I wasn't born, who am I?
You're nobody. You have no identity.
What do you mean, no identity? My name's George Bailey.
There is no George Bailey. You have no papers. No papers, please. No cards, no driver's license, no 4F card, no insurance policy.
Susan's petals.
What?
Susan's petals, my little girl. Some petals fell off her flower. I told her I fixed it. Stuck them in my pocket, but they're gone too. Everything's gone.
But you've been given a great gift, George. The chance to see what the world would be like if you had never been born.
You're crazy. You're crazy as a bedbug, and you're driving me crazy too. Now look, I'm going home to my wife and my family. You understand me? I'm going home alone.
Begorra, you know the drill. Hands behind your back, sister.
Keep your hands off me. Why don't you bust somebody else for a change?
Hey, officer, where did the building and loan go?
The building and what?
The Bailey building and loan. It was up there.
They went out of business years ago. Now all that's left is this burlesque house.
Hey, not so fast, copper. I know Potter.
Hey, Violet. Hey, listen, that's Violet Beck.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I know.
I know that girl.
And who doesn't? Now get out of our way.
Taxi. Hey, Ernie, please take me home. I'm going off my nut.
Where do you live?
Oh, now, doggone it, Ernie. Oh, don't start pulling that stuff. You know where I live. 320 Sycamore. Now, hurry up.
Okay, 23 or 320
No,
Sycamore.
320.
I'm a little drunk tonight. Okay.
420, blaze it. Yeah. But hurry up. Zuzu's sick.
All right.
Look here, Ernie, straighten me out. I got some bad liquor or something. Listen to me. Now, you're Ernie Bishop. You live in Bailey Park with your wife and kids. That's right, isn't it?
You seen my wife?
Seen your wife? I've been to your house 100 times, Ernie.
Look, bud. What's the idea? I live in a shack. I can't read my line. Thank you. I live in a shack in Pottersfield, and my wife ran away 3 years ago and took the kid. And I ain't ever seen you before in my life.
Okay, step on it. Just get me home.
Is this the place?
Of course it's the place.
Well, this house hasn't been lived in for 20 years.
Mary, I'm home. Pete, Tommy, Jenny, Zuzu, where are you?
Oh, they're not here, George. You have no children or cheerwine.
Where are? Oh no, I know. Where's my cheerwine? Where are they, Clarence? What have you done with them?
All right, put up your hands.
What is this?
Go fast moves. Come on out here, both of you.
Bang! Thank heaven you're here, Bert. What happened to this house? Where's Mary? Where's my kids?
Watch him, Bert. He's a weird one.
Mhm.
Come on. I'm going to take you down to the station.
Bert, now listen to me. It's that fellow there. He says he's an angel. He's trying to hypnotize me.
Don't make me use my nightstick.
Mm-mm.
Bert, I hate to do this, but... Well,
Run, George, run!
Bailey's boarding house.
Well,
Mother?
Mother, what do you want?
Mother, it's George. I thought, sure, you remember me.
George who? If you're looking for a room, there's no vacancy.
Oh, Mother, no, please, try to understand. Something's happening to me. I don't know what it is. I need a place to stay. Please, just let me stay.
I don't take in strangers.
I'm not a stranger. I know everybody you know. Your brother-in-law, Uncle Billy.
You know him?
Well, sure I do.
Sure, and when did you see him last?
Well, today over at his house.
That's a lie. He's been in the insane asylum ever since he lost his business. And if you ask me, sure, and that's where you belong, you loon.
I'm here again, George.
I see. My own mother doesn't even know me.
Dr. Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
One man's life touches so many others. And when he isn't around, he leaves a pretty big hole. Like Donald Trump as president.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I've heard things like this before. You've got me on some kind of spell. Well, I'm gonna get out of it. I've got to. I know I talked to Billy this afternoon. How can I be in an asylum? I gotta snap out of this. Now, let me think. Bailey Park.
There is no Billy Park if you weren't here to build it.
We'll see.
This is Bailey Park. People live here. It's pretty grim.
This is where Bailey Park is supposed to be. What's this gravestone doing here? Why is the name Bailey on it?
That wouldn't be yours.
My father's name's on it. What's that other name? Why is my brother Harry's name here?
Your brother broke through the ice and drowned at age 9.
That's a lie. Harry Bailey went to war. He got a Congressional Medal of Honor. He saved the lives of every man on that transport.
Every man on that transport died. Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry, you see? George, you really had a wonderful life. You don't say as he had a mistake. It would be to throw it away.
What do I do now, Clarence? What do I do?
It's your life, George.
Wait, what's happened to Mary, Clarence?
Mary?
My wife, Mary. What happened to her if I never got born?
I'm not supposed to tell you, George.
I don't know how you know the things you do, but please, if you know where she is, just let me see her. That's all I need to make a decision.
Well, very well, George, but you're not going to like it.
Where is she, Clarence?
She's an old maid, George.
Where is she?
She's just about to close up the library. There must be some easier way to earn my wings. This guy's a nut.
Is the library closed?
It's Christmas Eve. We can't stay open all night.
Can I ask you something?
I should really be getting home.
What is there to go home to?
That is none of your business, sir. The library is closed. Maybe you should try back the 26th.
Mary, I'm so sorry.
How do you know my name?
All I need is a couple minutes.
I told you the library is closed.
Please, just 2 minutes. That's all I need. I'll do anything.
You sound desperate. I'll help if I can. What is it?
Isn't this town Bedford Falls?
It used to be, but that was some time ago. I wasn't very old when Potter was elected and took the town, along with its name, for himself.
So you do know a place called Bedford Falls?
I've seen pictures. It looked like a very nice place. Things have changed, but that's with the times. I have to go.
Mary Hatch, you live on Regis Street, a white Victorian. Your bedroom is at the top of the stairs. You turn left. You have an older brother, Marty, that we just mentioned now, and you live with your mother, Edwina.
How do you know all this? What are you, some crazy man? Stop it. I'm leaving.
Don't you know me, Mary? Let me just touch you.
Get your hands off me. I'll call a cop. And
Dakota!
Not in the house that you wish for. Don't you remember?
I told you I don't know you. Let me go. Officer!
Don't you know me? You must, Mary. It's George. Don't you know me?
Let me go.
Mary, please. Oh, please don't do this. Please, Mary. Help me. Where are our kids?
What?
I need you, Mary. Help me, Mary.
Get away from me. Help, help, police.
Mary, it's George. Please, Mary. You're my wife. Clarence! Clarence, where are you? Help me, Clarence. Get me back. I don't know what happens to me. I can only get me back to my wife and kids. Help me, Clarence. Please, I want to live again. Please. Oh, God. Please. I want to live again.
George? Pagoda, is that you, George?
You get out of here, you dirty Irish cop. Get out of here, Bert. You don't come any closer or I'll hit you. Again.
What the Sam Hill are you yelling for, George?
Come on. George? Bert, do you know me?
Know you? I've been looking all over town for you, you daft idiot. Where have you been?
Bert, I'm alive again, Bert.
Oh, sure you're all right. Hey, your mouth's bleeding.
Is it? Hey, my mouth's bleeding. Bert, look at the blood come out of you. Would you? Susan's pedals, here they come. What do you know about that? Merry Christmas, Bert.
Well, Merry Christmas. Saints preserve us. Get in the car. I'll drive you home.
Well, Bert, what? You do that, you turn the siren wide open. Merry Christmas, Bedford Falls. Oh, hey, Merry Christmas, you wonderful old building of love. Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter. Ha! Yippee! Mary, I'm home. Have you seen my wife? Hey, what is this? These reporters. Hey, Merry Christmas, reporters.
Oh, Mr. Bailey, there's a deficit.
I know. $8,000, I bet, huh?
George, I've got a little paper here, George.
Oh, I bet it's a reward for my arrest. Isn't it wonderful? Merry Christmas. Hey, where's Mary? You know, look at this wonderful old drafty house. Isn't it wonderful? Where's Mary?
Merry Christmas, Daddy.
Kids, Pete, Jane, Tommy, I could eat you up. Where's your mother?
She went looking for you with Uncle Billy. Daddy. Oh.
Zuzu, my ginger snap. How do you feel?
Fine, Daddy. Not a smidge of temperature.
Not a smidge. Hallelujah. Which is spelled Hallelujah.
Yes.
Thanks
George.
for using the J.
Yes. George, darling.
It's Mommy. Mommy is home.
Mary.
George, where have you been? Oh, George.
Oh, Mary, let me touch you. Oh, you're real. You're real,
Oh.
Mary.
Oh, George.
I'm going to be sick.
You have no idea what's happened to me.
You have no idea what's happened either. Come on, George, quick. They're on their way.
Who's on their way? The police department, the FBI, National Guard? I'm alive again, Mary. Listen, I'm alive again, Mary.
Come on in here now. Now you stand right over here by the tree. Right here, and don't move.
I'm really
I hear them now, George. It's a miracle. Come in, Uncle Billy. Everybody, in here.
Isn't it wonderful? Mary did it, George. Mary did it. She told a few people you were in trouble, and they scattered all over town collecting money. They didn't ask any questions, just said, if George is in trouble, you can count on me. You never saw anything like it. What is this, George? Another run on the bank? Ha, ha, ha. Here you are. Merry Christmas.
The line forms to the right. Mr. Gower, don't touch me there. And Merry Christmas, Mr. Martini. Step right up now.
I busted in the jukebox, too.
Mr. Gower.
I made the rounds on my charge accounts.
Violet Beck.
I'm not going to go, George. I changed my mind.
I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it wasn't for you, George. Here you go. $242.
Sure, I've been saving this money for a divorce if I ever get a husband.
Best line in the whole movie.
Yes. Merry Christmas, George.
Merry Christmas, Mother.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Blah, 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 blah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Just 1 minute. Quiet! Everybody, quiet! Quiet! It's a telegram from some guy named London.
Oh, London.
Mr. Gower, cables, you need cash. Stop! My office instructed to advance you to up to $25,000. Stop! Yee-haw! And Merry Christmas, Sam Wainwright.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to
the newborn
King.
Hello, George. How are you?
Harry!
Yes, it is I, Harry Osborne Bailey.
Come on, man.
Mary, looks I got here too late.
Mary, I got him here from the airport as quickly as I could. The fool flew all the way up here in a blizzard.
Harry, how about your banquet in Washington?
Oh, I left right in the middle as soon as I got the Mary's telegram.
How about some wine?
Good idea. A toast to my big brother George, the richest man in town.
Good old acquaintance we forgot and never brought us to mind. What's this book, George?
Oh, well, Thomas Royer.
Look, there's an inscription.
George, remember, no man is a failure who has friends and friends.
Yes.
Thanks for the chicken wings.
Yes.
Love, Clarence. P.S. Remember to brush your teeth. You got bad teeth.
Yeah. What's that?
Well, that's a Christmas present from a very dear friend of mine. Shing!
Look at Daddy. Teacher says every time a bell rings and an angel gets his wing. Also, every time you subscribe, we get a subscriber on this channel.
And and by the way, welcome to hour 3.
That's right. Attaboy, Clarence. Should old acquaintance
be forgot
And
brought to
mind. And speak forgot.
And I did all this next time.
Send us away, announcer.
Yeah, take it away, Mr.
This has been the Geeky Puppet Show's presentation of It's a Wonderful Life. Those mischievous scamps have entertained you for over 2 hours. This every week brought to you by Brimble Hair Tonic and Duck's Toilet Cakes. Remember, when you think about the Geeky Puppet Show, think of toilet cake. Remember to support us on Ko-Fi. Like and subscribe. And remember, if you If you make a contribution on Ko-Fi, you could suggest a reading too. Right, Puppetine?
That's right. And now, for Owen Wilson, we're signing off from New York City.
New York City?
New York City!
New York City.
Again with the New York City.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, no man is a failure who has friends.
That's
a very
correct.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy, Happy New Year from us at the Geeky Puppet Show.
Bon
Thank you so
Natale.
much.
God bless us, everyone.
Yes.
God bless us, everyone.
Everyone.
I
Good
got
night.
my chicken wings. Yay!